Hello, I'm Keith and welcome to Home Media Minefield Unboxing, helping you with information to navigate the complexities of home cinema and home media entertainment. And with Zack Snyder's Justice League available on HBO Max and Sky, as well as the new CW series Superman and Lois now on the air, I thought it would be a good time to look back and look at this special DVD collection of the complete series of Smallville. Now, Smallville was another iteration of the Clark Kent stroke Superman story that ran for 218 episodes between 2001 and 2011. So it's scary to think that it's already been off the air for a decade. Now, this did actually break the record at the time of previous sci-fi series as the longest running. I think The X-Files or Stargate, one or the other, ran for the longest before this, and this of course has since been superseded by Supernatural. But I have to say, I was always a fan of this series. I liked this version of the mythology that led up to Superman becoming Superman in this series, which basically takes place over the 10-year period that it's set. So it takes Clark Kent from being a teenage high school student through to moving to Metropolis to eventually becoming the Man of Steel. Fills in the gaps in that story beforehand. Now, in terms of physical media, to date this has never been released in high def on Blu-ray, not the complete series. The, I think, 6th through 10th season are available as individual Blu-ray sets, but to my knowledge none of the series up to that, so like the first 7 seasons, are available on high def Blu-ray. And to my knowledge at the time of recording this, there are actually no plans that I know of for it to come out that way, which is kind of a shame, because I think it's a show that deserves it and it would be nice to see that. I thought I'd show you this special set. Now, this set I picked up on a trip to the United States, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I picked it up secondhand. It had been out of print for some time at that point, and it was never actually available here in the UK in this version. You could get individual box sets and you could get the complete season box set, but it was just really packaged with those individual seasons in different types of packaging and different types of cover art, but never with the bonus disc that this includes and presented in this way, which I'll show you. Before we do, just to give you some sort of size comparison, so rather appropriately I've got the Blu-ray steelbook here of Man of Steel. So as you can see, if you're looking to put this on the bookshelf or in the Blu-ray rack or whatever you've got, it is larger in all the dimensions. So as I said, that's like a standard steelbook Blu-ray. To give it a DVD comparison, I did actually get, before it started airing in the UK, I managed to pick up this North American DVD of essentially the pilot episode and the first episode joined together to make like a 90-minute TV movie or a direct-to-DVD movie. So that's how it was available before. But the reason I thought I'd show this is just a little bit of home media history. Warner Brothers and New Line, when DVDs first came out for the first few years, they were presented in these boxes, which are called snapper boxes, and they were essentially cardboard covers with this inlay for the actual DVD disc inside, and they used to call them snappers because they snap like so into place. And as I said, a lot of Warner titles and New Line titles came in this packaging for the first few years, so probably from the late 90s through to the sort of early 2000s. Obviously this would have been available in 2001, I would have got this. So just a little bit of trivia there. But anyway, onto this lovely box set, which is massive. This contains 62 DVD discs. This has been on the screen for a while now, so some nice cover art there, a great publicity photo of Tom Welling, who played Clark Kent there, and of course the familiar Superman logo behind. This is actually quite thick as well, so there's the spine, which says the complete series of Smallville, and the back cover of this has a picture of the Kent farm. I've got a little bit of damage on this. As I said, it was second hand. This is actually quite hard to get hold of nowadays. You might be lucky enough to get it online or on eBay. I paid about $75, I think, to get this, if memory serves. But it was quite expensive when it came out, and somewhat of a limited run, I guess. But what I'll do is, here was the card that would have been attached to the back of the set when it was released. So there we go, we've got the whole heroic story, all 218 episodes on 62 DVDs, including 2 new bonus discs of awesome and new archival material, 28 hours of thrilling extras that include 5 hours of newly added special features, a retrospective look at the series with the season's featurettes, Secret Origin, the American story of DC Comics documentary, a decade of Comic-Con, the rare Aquaman and 1961 adventures of Superboy pilots, and a celebration of the 100th episode. And there's other bits and pieces included in this, which I'll go ahead and show you. So the way these are packaged is they're in these long, it's obviously a very hard shell outer, but they're in these long, I almost can't get wide enough for some of this stuff, booklets like this. So you've got season 1 to 5 and season 6 to 10. But before we, and then some other bits here which I'll show you in a moment. So let's start at the beginning. So seasons 1 to 5, and there you go. There's a great publicity shot of the main cast. And as I said, it's done in this book style, as I said, which I almost can't get wide enough for each season, with some publicity shots and stills from the episodes. The discs themselves are housed along the top here. They're all individually numbered. Bit worrying getting them in and out of here, because DVDs are actually a little bit more delicate than Blu-ray discs in terms of they're more prone to scratching. That was one of the many improvements that Blu-ray brought with it. But as you can see, they're quite nicely done. All of the disc artwork is done to match as well. So they've got the season number, the episode numbers on this particular disc, and you know, Smallville and DC and DVD logos and Warner and whatever on there. So they all just slip in and out of these along the top. But as you can see, some great publicity stills of the very attractive cast that Smallville always had, but indeed very good actors portraying very interesting versions of these characters. So there, look, we've got Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor and John Glover as Lionel Luthor, his father character that was created for this show. And this is all in like a very hard card finish. Alison Mack as Chloe Sullivan there, and Kristen Crook, who played Lana Lang, Clark's high school love interest there. There's all the gang together. And now here's Erica Durance, who played Lois Lane in this show. And there you go, a great publicity shot of Michael Rosenbaum as Lex there. So the backs of the books have the the Superman logo, even though he was never really Superman in the show. And then on the spines we have the Smallville logo there, nice and plain, but it's done quite nicely. As I said, this one's in sort of a deep blue, and the seasons 6 through 10 is in a sort of darker, sort of reddy brown almost finish. See? And this is, you know, we've got them in the Daily Planet there. I mean, this was once Clark did move from Smallville to Metropolis, but they still called the show Smallville. Ah, now this was fun. They did do their own version of the Justice League within this show. Obviously it wasn't a costume show as such, but they did dress the characters sort of in their comic book colours almost. Obviously these are all younger versions of the characters before their hero counterparts. So we've got you know, Victor Stone, who's Cyborg, Arthur Curry, who's Aquaman, obviously Clark Kent there, and then we've got their version of Oliver Queen, the Green Arrow, and Bart Allen, their version of the Flash in that. That was actually a rather fun episode. And again, all they do is each season they change the colour of the disc artwork label. Laura Vanderbilt, who played Kara Zor-El, sort of their version of Supergirl. And look, there's Lex as the President of the United States. And towards the end, the latter seasons, it did become a bit more costumey, and you had, you know, Clark in this sort of black outfit, again reminiscent of some of the comics. And then here we have the bonus disc. Disc 62 in this set, and this is essentially what I wanted to get this for. As I said, all of this was available beforehand individually, pretty much wherever you're based, and you can probably still get them. But because this was quite special and involved, as I said, some special features. And then you get this little envelope that sits in there with it. Well, not so little. So there you go. There's another publicity still of Clark Kent. And again, I got a bit of damage on this, but it's not too bad considering I picked it up second hand. So straight off, we've got this recreation of the Daily Planet here. As you can see, this is dated October 15th, 2017, which was already the future at the time that the series finished. But there you go. So we've got the headline there, Superman saves the day, and various little stories and stills. The return of the Justice Society of America there. Quite fun. Look at this, the bylines and whatever. You've got editor Perry White, staff writers Lois Lane, Clark Kent, etc. And then photographer Jimmy Olsen. So you've got all these sort of main characters there. There you go, there's a bit on Aquaman. Oh look, there's Michael Ironside as General Sam Lane, you know, Lois's father, who obviously that character plays quite a big role in the new Superman and Lois show. Justin Hartley as Oliver Queen there. Interestingly, he also played Aquaman in the TV movie that they've included in this set, which was sort of a failed pilot that the same producers tried for an Aquaman series before they cast him as Oliver in Oliver Queen in some of the later seasons. It shows some of the various other characters that showed up during the course of the show. But, you know, it's really nicely done, isn't it? It's like, oh, and there's Martha Kent, who was played by Annette O'Toole in the series, who also played Lana Lang in Superman 3, as a bit of your Superman trivia there. So you get that, and then you also get this glossy book, which is an episode guide. Essentially, this has similar information to what the individual sets would have probably had in a small booklet form, only they've done it in this larger format. So we got some, even some quite a few behind the scenes stills there showing you know, some green screen work and some camera work, and Tom Welling directing. He did direct an episode or two, I believe. And there's all the main cast listed out. And then you've got the episode guides, and it tells you if there's commentaries or deleted scenes and any special features, which they used to put quite a lot on these shows. I've watched most of them, they're very good. And of course you get the credits, the main credits for the writers and director credits, and a little synopsis of each episode. They've presented that rather well. And there were lots of guest stars in this over the course of it. Oh look, this is nice, some production sketches. Yeah, some of the conceptual art that they used. Oh wow, there's more in this than I thought. It's been a while since I've looked at this. Wow, looking at all this does make me want to go back and visit it all, you know. I just wish I could in high def. Maybe one day. And there you go, there's the bonus disc. It says it's got, you know, this retrospective look. If I remember, this is all quite feature lengths. Quite a lot of these documentaries are. And then, as I said, you've got that Aquaman pilot in there as well, which is great. Sort of a nice to have. And then on the back, there's the suit, which was seen in the show. It was actually, again, more trivia, but it was borrowed from the movie side of the business. It was essentially the Brandon Routh Superman suit from the 2006 film. So there you go. So you get these bits in the envelope, all packaged up nicely in this. And consider subscribing to the channel and check out some of the other work that I've got on here. I do reviews, unboxings, live streams, podcasts, and I even have some short films, which there are links to in the show notes below, so please check that out. If you've got any comments or questions about this, or any other information that you want me to share, then please put that down in the comments below and I'll respond to as many as I can. And please do spread the word and follow on social media and all of that sort of thing. But in the meantime, I thank you for your time today, and I will speak to you at the next Home Media Minefield. Bye for now.